And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming. And join me, as always, is
JD, your viewmaster. Fun, 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 fun.
hello, Justin. How are you today?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. What are we talking about today?
We are, since it's still the spooky season, we're talking about our top 5 favorite horror directors.
Yes, a mix between classic ones and modern ones. Because I mean, I don't. I mean, some of my favorite directors have made the odd horror film, like Stanley Kubrick and The Shining, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a horror director, because his other films are more, well, his films are more diverse.
Hmm.
And your
Yeah.
favorite hasn't made one yet. He's only produced a horror film.
Jaws.
Oh yeah,
Jaws, but that's it.
yeah. It would have been better
Uh,
if he directed Poltergeist.
yeah. I mean, maybe it could have been a better movie.
Yes. I'll be generous today and let you kick off this one.
Okay. I don't really have too many legends in my list, but um, some people on my list are going to be ones that I'm excited about, because I'm excited for their movies that they've already done. And I have a feeling that they're going to go far. I will start off with somebody who knocked it out of the park with their first movie directorial debut, even got a little bit of Oscar buzz. The follow up wasn't as well received, but still very, very good and a great horror film. And then the third one came out just this year, and it was a great sort of sci-fi horror thriller. And I'm picking Jordan Peele as my number 5.
Good choice. He's on my list. He's on my list.
Yeah,
But why
yeah.
do
I
you love
mean,
Jordan Peele?
well, just I like things that we have seen before, but you do it differently. So we've seen horror films obviously all of our lives, but
Justin? Justin?
yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
went black.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, when you do something that's unique and new and fun, that's where I sort of thrive in. And so, yeah, Jordan Peele's done a great job. Get Out was a fantastic film. Every got a lot of praise, a lot of, like I said, Oscar buzz too, and also the follow up, Us. Still pretty good, really spooky, really weird. It would be so weird if that happened to you in real life. And then, yeah, Nope was a great film this year. Lots of fun, new concept, new way of seeing alien life. And yeah, he's a great director. And I'm excited to see what else he does. And I wonder if he's going to spawn off of the horror or if he's going to stay in that franchise more, the horror genre.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever do a franchise. He's not that kind of a director, but sometimes I wonder why isn't he getting Keegan to be in a horror film with him?
Yeah, I guess he just really wants to break away from, them as a duo, maybe.
Yeah. Well, he's making a good duo with director actor duo with Daniel Kaluuya.
There you go. All right. What is your number 5?
My number 5, I would regard as a legend in not just horror, but in superheroes as well. But we're going to focus on his horror, and he's made a fantastic horror trilogy in the Evil Dead trilogy, and that's Sam Raimi.
Yeah. What do you like about him?
I like his style because his style kind of reminds me of like the 80s comedy that he brings to Evil Dead, and it's a style he still like uses because even in his non-horror films, he still has horror elements. Spider-Man 2 is a good example of this because there is a scene where the tentacles are attacking the doctors when they're trying to do surgery on him, and it's made to look like you're watching a horror film. And I think that's pretty clever. I do think that Drag Me to Hell was a good attempt for him, and it did literally scare the crap out of me. But I think compared to the Evil Dead, which is a bit more subtle rather than cheesy jump scares, I still think that he shows that he is a master of the horror genre, and that's why I put him at number 5. He's the most diverse director on this list.
Yeah, I mean, you just said Spider-Man movies as well, but also like The Quick and the Dead, which is a Western movie. He really has a wide variety of movies that he likes to
But he
direct
does like to include adding horror elements to them. I mean, not so much the baseball one.
for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
assuming other Kevin Costner baseball movies are better.
probably. But yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, Evil Dead was a huge movie for him. That was his sort of directorial debut, and yeah, did really well, and then it's still doing well. And yeah, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness has a lot of horror elements to it, and that's actually one of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, he can take a superhero movie and make a horror film out of it. So he pretty much can do anything.
Have you watched that more than once this year, Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters and then I watched it at home.
It gets better on multiple rewatches, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed it the second time very much.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, his top four is Spider-Man, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, and Darkman. So
Nice.
he littered with horror.
If you want to see me rank Sam Raimi's movies, go onto my website, Robbie's Reviews.
There you go. And I'm at Worth of You Movies and all the things.
You haven't ranked Sam Raimi's films yet.
No, I haven't. On Halloween, I'm going to rank the Scream films.
Nice.
Okay, my number 4 is very similar to my number 5, where not many movies have been released by this director, but I have enjoyed the ones that have come out already. And again, show me something I've kind of seen before, but do it differently and make me enjoy it. And a lot of people did, especially in the directorial debut, because it was one of the most talked about movies of that year. Didn't get any Oscar buzz, but definitely should have gotten a few nominations for some things. But the follow-up is really what I think everyone's talking about because of how disturbing it is. But the director I'm talking about is Ari Aster.
Good choice.
Yeah, Hereditary and Midsommar are both great films. Both,
I prefer Midsummer. Hereditary, I feel like is more performance driven because it feels very slow in places, and the ending is just like, wait, what?
yeah, I think that the quote unquote slow in places thing works though because it's trying to build tension. It's trying to build suspense, and I think that's exactly what happened in that movie. And yeah,
Yeah, it
uh,
just they do it better in films like The Shining.
sure, yeah, but Toni Collette was amazing. People thought that she should have been up for Best Actress, which I would agree with. It was one of the best performances of that year. But just like in Midsommar and Hereditary, there's some things that you just won't ever forget. You know, the
Let's not talk about Midsummer. Florence deserved an Oscar that she didn't get. She got nominated for Greta's film, but not
yeah,
Midsummer, which she was even better in.
yeah. I think it was just a little bit of a tougher year for lead actress for the category, but
I think she
yeah,
has chance of being nominated this year for Don't Worry, Darling.
yeah. She has a chance. I think it's going to be tough. Kate Blanchett and Danielle Deadweiler have both given phenomenal performances this year.
I
So,
can see Michelle Yeoh getting one for definite.
oh well, yeah, we need her in there for sure. Uh, but yeah, Hereditary is a great horror film, you know, cult sort of thing, and then Midsommar is also kind of culty. But yeah, there's stuff in there that just is unforgettable, and you would never want it to happen to you. And it's weird that people actually have brains like this and can create wacky, you know, stuff that you just are unforgettable. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what else he's coming up with next. Think he's knocked it out of the park with his first two movies.
The next one is Disappointment Boulevard with Joaquin Phoenix and Meryl Streep.
Well, doesn't doesn't seem like it's going to be a horror film then, huh?
I don't know
Because
what.
let's see, it doesn't. Oh, comedy, drama, horror.
Yeah,
Parker Posey, Patti LuPone, Amy Ryan, Nathan Lane. I don't see Meryl Streep though.
I swear she was rumored to be in the film.
Okay. Cool. Well, it says a decade spanning portrait of one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. Wonder what that is. But yeah, Ari Aster is my number 4.
Nice. You ready for my number 4? It's my one and only lady on the list. So, in France, this lady has made 2 movies. She is a French director. I've mentioned her a lot on this website. She's one of on this episode on this show. She started off in 2016 with a little film called Raw about a girl who is a vegetarian and starts getting a taste for meat and ends up becoming a cannibal, which is interesting. And then last year she knocked it out of the park with her film that won the Palme d'Or, and that's Titane. And I have seen this movie twice, and let me tell you, this is a movie you need to watch without trailers and me not giving you any information, because this is a massive thrill ride from beginning to end. And it's Julia Ducournau, the director of them 2 movies, and she is my number 4.
Great. Yeah,
I
I
love
love
her style
Titan.
of horror. It feels
I love
very Cronenberg.
Yeah, Titan's a great movie. One of the best international films from last year. Haven't seen Raw, but I hear good things. And yeah, I'm hoping good things from this director.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Do you think that she should stick with France, or do you think she should try an English language film one day?
I mean, I guess if she wants to become more mainstream, she can try. But uh, I don't know. I like her doing what she's doing now. It's different. It's unique, unforgettable. I know.
I had a great time showing it to my buddy. He was laughing his head off at it.
Yeah. Well, there's some crazy stuff going on in there, but
Yeah, and that's what makes it brilliant. And
yeah.
I mean, you just can't give the plot away or tell people to watch a trailer. They have to go in blind and watch it with their eyes. It's like an exclusive event.
Yeah. It is very shocking, that movie, but very, very well done. And she's a great director. She knows how to put together a good product, from something that you just never would think of, especially in Titan. Is You would never think of the stuff that she put together in that film. So
Definitely.
brava. Okay, ready for my number 3 here.
Yes.
This director is probably similar to Sam Raimi, where they can do horror films really well, and they can do other, action films very well. But the one thing that for sure this person does well is the horror side of things, because he created franchises and has done really well for himself. This director is James Wan.
Great pick. He would have been an honourable mention for me.
Yeah.
He's probably the Sam Raimi of now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Saw is a classic horror film now. It is one of it's like Scream, It's like the first movie that spawned a franchise that it was so well done and so perfect
It's
that
a shame, because I really thought Bodies was like the next generation horror film when I watched it, but you can't really make a sequel to it.
yeah, maybe not. Not sure what that has to do with James Wan, but anyway, Saw is a great film and did, just spawned so many more. Now even Chris Rock is trying to get into the franchise by doing movies like Spiral. But this director's also done Dead Silence and Death Sentence, and then spawned another franchise with a movie called The Conjuring.
Which is actually spawned a cinematic universe.
Right, exactly. And The Conjuring is pretty freaky too. It's stuff that we kind of seen before, but yeah, again, you build up the suspense and you make it something that's unique. Well, you're gonna really grab people's attention. He also did Insidious, which is another franchise. That movie, that sort of franchise has more than one. But he's also been in other franchises, like the Fast and Furious movies. He did Fast and Furious 7 or Furious 7. He also did Aquaman, which was a DC film that did pretty well in theaters. And then he had a pandemic movie that came out on HBO Max called Malignant, which was really interesting.
I enjoyed Malignant.
Yeah, it got a lot of talk. Did really well.
I'd say Conjuring 2 is probably the best film I've seen by him because you didn't know what was going to happen in that movie.
Yeah, agreed.
Would that be your favorite then of his?
No, Saw is the best.
Nice. I'm not really big. I was never really fancied Saw, but I guess after seeing Titan, Saw will probably just be like Saw will probably be like Nightmare Before Christmas compared to Titan.
It's just different sort of horror, and the Titan is so, it's not, it's very subtle, and it's a lot about family and being wanted and stuff, where Saw is literally a murderer with a psychotic mind trying to make people get out of
it's like
a room.
7 on steroids.
Well, 7 isn't scary either. That one's more of a thriller.
Justin, there is a scene where a dead body starts breathing heavily in 7, and it freaks me out every time I see that scene.
Yeah, but that you would know. No one would ever say that 7's a horror film ever.
A lot of people say 7's a horror film.
No way. Saw for sure. Saw for sure is a horror film. So is Conjuring, Conjuring 2, Malignant. Those are the horror films. But yeah, James Wan is doing great things. He can do action, he can do horror, and he's really big and does very well at the horror stuff.
He'll do a romantic comedy next.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's a little bit of some romance in Aquaman, so maybe that's why he got it.
I just wish the two actors had chemistry in that movie.
Yeah. Well, now we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he executive produces a lot. Yeah. Because The Nun is a part of the same sort of series. God, Insidious 5 is about to come out. He's doing well for himself.
He is.
Okay. What is your number 3?
Same as your number 5, Jordan Peele.
Sweet.
I think he is a really good director. And like you said, I just kind of a little bit worried there is going to be a point where he's going to slide down.
You think he's going to slide down?
I don't know why. I just kind of, because another lad who started off doing really, really well at these horror films went terribly downhill.
Who?
M. Night Shyamalan. And I don't want Jordan Peele to end up in that direction.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
But he's third on the list because I enjoy all of his movies that I've seen. I've seen all 3 of his, and I rewatched Us and Nope this recently, and I still think they're good movies, and that's why I highly recommend all 3 of his movies to everybody. He's one of the directors that I know who hasn't made a bad film yet.
Yeah, he's batting 1,000 so far, and people are gonna go see his movies. You know, everyone really likes him, and so whenever he does something, he will, you know, people will go see it. They're excited to see what he does next every time.
Yeah.
Anything else about Jordan Peele, or have we
Uh,
said it all?
yeah, we said it all. Well, I think his next film has to be with Lupita Nyong'o now.
Oh yeah, just because
Yeah.
he goes back and forth.
Yeah, that's what he should do. He should have Daniel one film and then leave it in the other. And then for his last movie he directs, he should have them both.
Jordan Peele voiced a movie in the Bob's Burgers, or did a voice in the Bob's Burgers movies. He's also going to voice Wendell and Wild. He'll be Wild,
Which
so
I'll
we
be
will.
watching on Friday, I think.
Great. Yeah. He also did the TV series The Twilight Zone, so you know he loves horror and will do it all.
And didn't he produce the Candyman film?
He did, yeah.
Nice.
Um, he is voicing something in Abruptio, which looks like a horror film with Robert England. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, so he's the last of my modern ones. The other two are legends.
Okay. Um, this next person falls into the same category as Ari Aster and Jordan Peele. I've just really enjoyed what they've done so far, and I can't wait to see what else they're doing. Killing it this year already with 2 hits. One of them, or two of the most talked about horror films of the year. X and Pearl. I'm talking about Ty West. Man, am I enjoying what he's been doing. He also did The Innkeepers and VHS, Cabin Fever 2, which was whatever. But Spring Fever, but Cabin Fever was the original was good. So, but yeah, The Innkeepers is spooky, and yeah, in the Valley of Violence, that's John Travolta and Ethan Hawke, so he can also do non-horror. I think that one actually does have some horror elements to it. I haven't seen it, but yeah, with X this year, with Pearl this year, and with Maxine coming out soon, I think Ty West has a trilogy on his hand that maybe could end up being a perfect trilogy. So we'll see what happens when it comes to Maxine, but. Yeah, X is about the movie. It's a horror film about a
I
group of
enjoyed
people.
watching X this year.
Yeah, it's a horror film about a group of people making a porn movie.
Yeah, horror movie nights.
Yeah, and then Pearl was filmed exactly immediately after X and is the prequel to it. And Mia Goth is in both of them, and apparently she is phenomenal. Yeah, and then Maxine is the sequel, I believe, to X. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, he likes his horror, and I think he's doing a really good job. And I'm excited to see what he does next.
He is really good. I can't wait to see what Pearl's like. I don't know whether it's what year it's whether it's released this year or next year in the UK because it's not been at my cinema, and I only watched X the other day because it came on to Prime. So, but yeah, from what I saw of X, I don't know whether you saw the same film I did, but I really enjoyed it. I was
X.
surprised that that wasn't in your top 10 this year because you said how much you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I do enjoy it, and it's interesting. I don't know. It's just who knows? The more I sit on it, the more I enjoy it. So
Yeah, it
well,
happens. It happens.
yeah. But yeah, he's doing great, and I'm happy with what he's done so far. we'll see what happens with Ty West.
Is X your favourite film you've seen of his?
Yeah, probably.
Nice. Nice. Are you ready for my number two? Because this
Let's hear
man.
the legend.
All right, this man. Yes, this is the legend. This is probably the biggest legend on this list because again, he hasn't just dove into horror; he has dove into the thriller genre, and he has made some of the greatest films that have inspired the greatest horror. And the two films I love by him the most are his 1985, 1958 masterpiece, Vertigo, and the granddaddy of all slasher movies, Psycho, Mr. Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes, he is. Just his face is a legendary sort
Did you
of
see
look.
the movie Sir Anthony Hopkins played him in?
I did.
That was a really good film.
I liked it. Yeah, and he did a great job
Oh, he
acting
did a
as him.
fantastic job. I'm surprised he didn't get a nomination for that.
What else?
Oh, I've also seen Rebecca by him, which is obviously a Best Picture winner, so it's probably regarded as a massive classic or is a what the hell's that? But it's a very interesting movie. I didn't really enjoy the remake of it though that Ben Wheatley did.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have seen North by Northwest, one of his other iconic movies, and it might take another couple of rewatches on that one, but I think that one's pretty solid. And then another film I've seen by him is really interesting once. It's kind of like a Birdman 1917 movie called Rope.
Mm-hmm.
That also has James Stewart in.
He did The Birds.
Yes, The Birds. That's my least favourite film of his I've seen.
But touted as one of the greatest horror movies.
Yeah, but it's not for everybody.
Rear Window.
I've been meaning to watch that one for years.
Yeah, haven't seen that one. Yeah, he's got a lot of credits, this man.
He's built his career up and has just made masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece.
Yes, and I think this, yeah, I mean, this is on a lot of people's lists because Psycho is legendary, classic horror
You've
film.
seen Psycho, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you agree it's one of the best movies before you were born?
I don't know if it's one of the best ones I've seen, but I'm sure it's a lot of people's favorite.
It's one of my favorite films from the 60s, definitely.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, also spawned a remake, Vince Vaughn.
Yes, I've seen that one too, and I bet you prefer that one.
Why would you bet such a thing?
Because you prefer movies from after you were born.
I just seem to like more movies from after I was born, but because I've seen more movies from after I was born. But yeah, you can assume all you want. That's cool.
I'm only joking anyway.
No, I know. But yeah, and then also spawned off a TV show, Bates Motel.
Yes, and I've seen the first season of that. What introduced me to Olivia Cook, who's getting quite big at the moment.
Uh-huh. Also, what's his name? Freddie
Highmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big TV actor now.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so horror all around from Mr. Alfred Hitchcock. Good choice at your number 2.
Thank you very much. So who's your all-time favourite? Who's your goat on horror directing?
Well, this person is legendary, and it's no surprise. I've been giving it away the whole time. It's Wes Craven.
I knew you were going to say him.
Yeah, Scream is my all-time favorite horror film ever. But let's not forget the stuff that he did to begin with. He started off with the movie as The Last House on the Left, and then went on to The Hills Have Eyes and did Swamp Thing and Hills Have Eyes 2, and then really catapulted his career with The Nightmare on Elm Street that also spawned the franchise. We also have Vampire in Brooklyn, and then it comes to 1996 Scream, baby.
I've seen
Which
his
also
zombie. I've seen bits of his zombie one. I think that's called The Serpent and the Unicorn.
Serpent in the Rainbow.
Serpent and the Rainbow. That's it.
Wow, with Bill Pullman, nice.
I like Bill Bowman.
Yeah, Scream 2, and then I don't know how this happened. Did a movie with Meryl Streep called Music of the Heart, which is crazy. It's also got Angela Bassett and she's the Hispanic singer. Doesn't say right here. Why isn't her name on? She's on the freaking poster. Anyways, nominated for 2 Oscars too. This is crazy. Wes Craven, Best Actress in a Leading Role and Best Original Song. Meryl Streep was nominated for Music of the Heart, a movie directed by Wes Craven. That's insane.
Now, how have I never heard of this movie?
It's slipping by me too. I remember it, but I never saw it. And then he did Scream 3, which, again, continuing with the franchise. He did a movie called Cursed with Christina Ricci and Jesse Eisenberg. And then we have Red Eye. That was a fun thriller with Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams. He did a movie called My Soul to Take, which is a new high school movie that he wanted, to have help young kids, like he kind of did with Scream. I think he was trying to make another sort of Scream happen, but then his last directorial credit is Scream 4, which now we have a Scream 5, so it's still going, and TV shows. But yeah, he's legendary. He's the reason for the season. Freddy Krueger was something that scared the piss out of me when I was a kid. Literally peeing in my dreams.
I first watched that film in 2019, and it didn't really have much effect on me because of how, like, today's standards have gotten.
Yeah. It definitely is not the same effect as when you're a kid.
Yeah.
He also did The People Under the Stairs. That's a crazy, scary movie.
That sounds scary.
Yeah. Ving Rhames is in it. All right, what is your number 1?
My number 1, in my opinion, is probably one of the most inventive directors and one of the most vital directors of the horror genre. This man has changed horror the way how horror films are made. I think he's the one that kind of elevated the genre. His breakout movie was 1978, and this film has born a create your own adventure franchise, Halloween. He's also made his own little franchise with 2 movies, Escape from New York and Escape from LA. He remade The Thing into a masterpiece, and he's also worked with Kurt Russell in the New York films The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China, and he's worked with a pro wrestler on They Lived, and this man is Mr. John Carpenter.
Great choice.
Thank you. I've not seen all of his films, but all of his films I've seen are amazing. I don't think it sounds like he is a director without a bad film. And even if he did make a bad movie, it feels like at least he tried to make a good one.
I've only seen Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, and Halloween.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, you need to watch Escape from New York. You're an action man. You'll love that. The
Yeah,
Thing.
and
I can see you liking The Thing if you like Alien and Predator and stuff like that. And
yeah,
you're a wrestling fan. You should watch They Live.
I know. I've heard. Also, you did The Fog, which gets talked about a lot,
I need to see that one. That's one I've been meaning to
and
watch.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Yes, I've seen that. Oh, that's all right. Christine is another good one of his. It's about a
Yeah.
devil car.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
One
What's
I've always wanted to watch is In the Mouth of Madness because it was inspired Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
oh, Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges stars in Starman, which is a movie that he directed. Never heard of it.
You've heard of the
Ghost of
David Bowie song Starman, haven't you?
yeah,
That's good.
Ice Cube and Pam Grier, Jason Statham in a movie called Ghost of Mars.
I've always wanted to see that because it just looks really fun.
And
Plus, I like
then
Jason Statham.
oh, maybe I've seen this one, The Ward
Oh,
with Amber Heard.
Oh, why did you have to even mention her name?
I think I've seen that one. Miami
Vampires with James Woods looks fun.
Vampires. Oh yeah, James Woods is great.
He is.
Prince of Darkness. Let's see what this one is.
I've heard that
Donald
one's really good.
Pleasance.
He'd be in if we were doing horror actors, he'd be in the list.
Yeah, because he's in the Halloween movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
In the Mouth of Madness is they're a trilogy: The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. So I need to see these two movies.
Interesting.
Oh, Sam Neill. Sam Neill is in another horror movie I like called Event Horizon.
Yes. Great. Let's any honorable mentions?
Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
Wes Craven,
Yeah,
as
of
you
course.
mentioned.
Mhm.
My number 6 would have been. Who was my number 6 going to be?
I think Mary Herron did a great job at American Psycho. Thought she did a really good job
David
with that movie.
Cronenberg
Oh yeah, David Cronenberg.
and his son Brandon is
Yeah.
also breaking out. Oh, the other legend of horror movies, Mr. George A. Romero. I've seen this guy with my own eyes, Justin.
Oh.
He was at a
Yeah.
convention in Birmingham.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's a big one.
Terry Cooper is also another legend.
Yeah.
I've missed out Del Toro because I see him more as gothic than horror, even though he has made a few horror films.
Mm-hmm.
James Whale, if you're talking really, really old movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian Del Palma's also dived into horror with Carrie before.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mike Flanagan. He's been doing good. He did Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, I still need to see that one.
George A. Romero, yes. Oh, Takashi Shimizu.
Oh, I forgot one. Scott Derrickson.
What do you do?
Black Phone, Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah,
Sinister.
yeah. The guy I mentioned did The Grudge.
Yep.
Was created. I guess we've named them all.
Oh, the one that did Shazam, David Sandberg. He's done horror films as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just because his first couple of movies are good, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I think that's good. Um,
I also like Lee Wallen, who made he made The Invisible Man and Upgrade. That's him.
I like Upgrade a lot. Rob Zombie.
Yeah, but he's a better metal singer.
Mhm. Um, yeah, there you go.
Right, Justin.
Mm.
Because I'm also being generous, what do you recommend this week?
Let's count them down real quick. What was your number 5?
Yes, Sam Raimi. What was your number 5?
Jordan Peele.
My number 4 was Julia Ducournau.
I had Ari Aster at my number 4.
My number 3 was Jordan Peele.
I have James Wan in my number 3 position.
My number 2 is Alfred Hitchcock.
Ty West coming in at my number 2.
And my number 1 is John Carpenter.
And I have Wes Craven, both legends.
Oh, great legends.
And then recommendation of the week. Let me just take a look. See here. I guess I don't know. I'm torn between two. Well,
Tell us about them both.
okay. Well, first, if you haven't seen Scream, go see Scream. It is the season, and Scream 1 is the classic movie. But I saw Tar and really enjoyed Tar. Kate Blanchett gives a great performance. It is 2 hours and 40 minutes and does kind of seem like it, but it is very much watchable because of the performance from Kate Blanchett. She's in every single scene and has so much monologues and dialogues in this movie. It's
It
crazy.
sounds like it's her best performance since The Aviator.
I mean, she won for Blue Jasmine, so I don't know. But yeah.
She ruled that movie.
Huh?
She ruled Blue Jasmine. Every time she was on screen, you kind of forgot what movie you watched.
Yeah. But I don't even know if I liked it better or not. Maybe even equal. But The Banshees of Inisherin is a fantastic movie.
Yes, I watched this yesterday.
Yeah. The people in my theater were having a great time, laughing a lot. It's such a simple story, told very, very well done. Yeah, just it's about two friends who are no longer friends, and they live on an island in Ireland, and called Inisherin, and everyone knows everyone's business, and yeah, it's just it was just an interesting, fun film, and Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson are so great and perfect together. Same director as In Bruges, Martin McDonagh. He also did Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So yeah, he likes dialogue, and he likes simplicity, and that's exactly what this movie was, and it still works. And yeah, I really recommend The Banshees of Inisherin.
Nice. I was going to let you recommend that one because I'm going to recommend 2 films. I'm going to recommend actually one I rewatched today, and that was Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. It's still my favorite Martin McDonagh movie, and I think that this is probably his biggest movie in terms of production and storyline and like production and acting and everything, and he just kills it with this movie. He really just makes a film that you don't think they'll think will just be like a typical mum or dad movie, but it's really enjoyable for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it really makes you think, and you'll want to watch it with a buddy so you and your buddy can have a chat about it.
Nice.
And the other movie I recommend is just something to just turn off your head to. It's Black Adam.
Oh, okay. Haven't seen it yet.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Yeah, well, I'm behind. That's why I saw Tar, and then I really wanted to see Banshees, which is why I saw Banshees. I still need to see The Woman King.
That's
and
awesome.
Black Adam, and
Did you see 3,000 Years of Longing in the end?
Yeah, I've seen that.
What did you think to that one?
It was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
weird, fun. You know, nothing too crazy memorable about it.
Yeah, just the
Uh,
scale.
mhm.
Yeah,
I also want to see Ticket to Paradise, so I'm really
I'm
behind.
surprised. I think that will be your favorite movie of the year because I know how much you love Julia.
It very much could be my favorite movie of the year, but I doubt it.
I'm not just
You,
assuming that because you love Julia, because I know The Northman's not your favorite because of Nicole.
yeah, just because someone's in a movie doesn't mean I'm gonna like it.
I mean, Bullet Train is in my top 10, but that's not just because of Brad.
Yeah, well, it was a good movie. Better than the Northman overall.
Oh, definitely better than The Northman. Had more energy to it.
Yeah, all the energy in Northman was used by Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, but yeah, I still need to see Scream. But yeah, Black Adam, Banshees, and Three Billboards. Check them all out.
Yes, and Tar, if you want a
And
great performance.
which I will probably check out next year when it comes out in the UK.
Yeah, it stinks
But
that you have to.
I love Kate, and I hope she does a good job.
She definitely does.
Although I do think
Um,
Michelle should win the Oscar because Kate's won twice.
yes, or Danielle Denmark.
Yeah.
What comes out this week?
This week, Black Adam and so yeah, last weekend was Black Adam and Banshees. This weekend, I think Decision to Leave is finally getting a cinema date, and Triangle of Sadness is not on at my cinema, which I'm very disappointed by. But we finally get Bros, so I can
Oh
predict
yeah.
that one to be quite busy.
Uh-huh.
I think Black Adam will be the busiest for a while.
Yeah. It looks like The Good Nurse is coming out.
Yes, I plan to
Oh,
check that out over the weekend and All Quiet on the Western Front.
yes.
So you also need to catch up with Netflix movies. Did you not seen Do Revenge yet?
I don't think I am gonna see that one.
Look, but you love teen comedies from the 90s. This will be a nice throwback for you.
Yeah. Is Wendell and Wild coming out this weekend?
Yes, Friday. I plan to see that.
Okay, so those three movies.
Although, to be honest with you, Justin, I think I'd rather you watch Decision to Leave first
Then what?
than Do Revenge because Decision to Leave is
Oh.
just an overall well-made movie.
Oh, I for sure would see that first. I'm not gonna see Do Revenge.
I don't get why. I thought you were worth the V movies. It's a
Yeah,
movie that's worth watching. I've written about it on my website of why people should watch it.
you think I'm gonna watch Do Revenge over Black Adam, The Good Nurse, Wendell and Wild, all these movies that I've
Look,
said.
Justin, I'm going to be blunt with you right now. It was just a movie I was just going to stick on in the background and just do some work to. And then I just got really, really caught up in the storyline that just blew me away.
No, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. But The
You've,
Good
wa-
Nurse
you've
is
watched you've watched music, and I forbid people watching that. And that Do Revenge does not insult disabled people like music does. So if you don't know, if you watch music, you might as well watch Do Revenge.
Leslie Odom Jr.'s in music.
Sarah
And
Michelle Gellar's in Do Revenge. Did you name a hotter woman in the 90s then? Sarah Michelle Gellar.
yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt. We just talked about it on our Crush episode.
Yeah, I think Sarah Michelle Gellar would have been one of my honourable mentions, but she's more of a TV star.
Yeah. Okay, well, Do Revenge is not in my purview, not on my radar at all.
All right, fair enough.
I want to see Decision to Leave, though. That's good. And I guess The Good Nurse is already out, so go see it now.
Yes.
It's on
But
Netflix
everybody
right
else
now.
should watch Do Revenge.
Yeah, go watch Do Revenge.
Cody's sing good Do Revenge.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think he thought it was solid.
Nice.
It's not one of the worst movies of the year.
Oh no, it's not Dog.
I still need to see Dog.
Yeah. Oh. The
Dog's probably better than Morbius and Blonde anyway. And Pinocchio.
I like Morbius. The same writer of the director of The Good Nurse is the writer of Another Round.
Oh yes, yes, he is. He's a good writer and director.
And what's his name? Darren Aronofsky is one of the producers of The Good Nurse.
Nice. I can't wait to see The Whale.
Yes, very exciting. All right, what are we talking next week?
Next week, when you've seen Black Adam, we'll rank DC films again. We've not done it for 2 years, and that was the first rank episode we did. So yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll go back to the past and we'll rank the DC movies.
Only one has come out.
No, because Wonder Woman and the Suicide Squad have been out since we ranked the films.
Okay, I don't see much change happening.
I thought Wonder Woman 1984 would be at the bottom by now.
Well, yeah, so yeah, nothing else would change except there would be one at the bottom. Everything else would be the same.
Yeah, but there's two that will probably be in the mix now.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Black Adam is not doing well critically.
You're not a critic, so you'll love it.
We'll see. I mean, they know what they're talking about sometimes.
Yeah, but when I watch films like Black Adam and the Marvel films, my critic side just slips out. And then he comes in when it's bad.
Mine goes off a lot more because I'm like, this is ridiculous in a world that's just ridiculous. Cool. Looks like Cody's happy with our list, and he's happy you put Carpenter at your number one.
Yes, and I bet he'll. And hopefully, Cody, if you're watching, nag Justin to watch Do Revenge.
No, don't make me watch it. You know what? I'll watch it if you watch A League of Their Own.
Yeah, I watched Friday.
That one I'm not pressing you on. I'm pressing you on A League of Their Own.
I don't press you on movies. I just give you recommendations.
You are pressing me on Do Revenge 100% right now. Don't say you don't pressure me on movies. But also, there was one I already watched for you. You were like, you must see it, and I did.
Oh yeah, Do the Right Thing.
So where
And
are you at?
Okay, that movie is better than Do Revenge.
Of course. But yeah, it's supposed to be tit for tat, 1 for 1. You haven't given me anything. I gave you one.
Yes, A League of Their Own. Yes.
Yes.
That is still in the works. I'm just waiting for it to come on streaming in the UK. I need you to get
yeah.
a job for Netflix or Prime so you can get them to put it on there in the
UK. That's your biggest excuse. Is it's not out in the UK. It's not out in the UK. It's $3. It's worth $3 rental. It is worth a $3 rental.
Do I really want to spend money that a film Madonna's in, though?
That's the question. All right, cool. Well, where can people find you?
You can find me at robbiereviews.co.uk for reviews. I actually review one of Justin's favourite movies, Ghost.
Great film.
Yes, and you can find me on Twitter, Facebook. Here, I've been recently doing more stuff on YouTube with different film reviews. I have a review on Black Adam you should check out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Facebook.
Boom. And I'm at Worth of You Movies and all the things. Go check it all out.
Yeah, I rarely write reviews on Letterboxd, but I do prefer like ranking films on there. So if you want to see my full list of films I've seen this year from best to worst, then check it out on Letterboxd.
Go check that out.
I'll have to send you
And
screenshots of it though, Justin, because I don't. Because I know you don't have Letterboxd.
I don't have Letterboxd.
I'll just have to send you screenshots of it, won't I?
Well, or we'll wait until we do our favorites of the year.
And least favorites.
Yeah, and least favorites.
Yeah. Because me and you forgot to do them together last year. We'll have to try and do it this year. Do our top 10 best and top 10 worst.
Let's do it. And yeah, we'll do this again next week, and we'll talk DC movies, I guess. And yeah, until then.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, Justin. Like, subscribe,
Later.
comment, and let us know any suggestions for future episodes, and let us know your favorite horror directors down below. Ta-ta.
Do it. Ta-ta for now.
Bye.